Welcome to the last of our series of lessons in database design and development. In today's lesson, we will focus on testing and evaluation. Our learning intentions for today are as follows. We will learn how databases are tested using queries and reports. As always, we will have some success criteria. This success criteria should be referred to throughout the lesson to judge your progress. Today our success criteria is as follows. We will be able to identify the expected results to be returned by a query. We will be able to compare the actual results returned by a query to the expected results returned and evaluate the accuracy. Let's start off with a definition. Fitness for purpose. This means that a solution is declared fit for purpose when it meets the requirements set during the analysis stage. Basically, this means that the database does exactly what it's supposed to do. A database is no different from any other project. After it has been implemented and created, it must be thoroughly tested. Databases must be tested to ensure that all the validations, the updates, any searches or queries, and the outputs function as they are expected. This is done by populating the database with test data. We will execute queries, we will generate reports, and we will compare these results against expected outputs. As mentioned earlier, our validations must be verified to ensure that they operate correctly. Presence checks must issue a warning message when the validated field is left blank. This will tell the user that they must enter some data in here. Length checks must not allow the entry of data containing more than the given number of characters. For example, pupil roll number in this case must contain 4 characters only. This example shows that there have been 5 characters entered, therefore the user would get this error message. Range checks must not allow the entry of numbers out with a certain range. For example, year should be the range 1 to 6. In this case, 7 has been entered, therefore we have an error. Restricted choices must only allow the user to enter or select a predetermined set of values. This is a bit like a drop-down list. All the options should be valid within that list. Our SQL operations should also be tested. For example, our queries should be tested to ensure that the correct data has been returned or modified depending on the SQL statement that we are testing. Select queries should contain the correct search and any sorting criteria. For example, select all from pupil information where house equals Clyde. If we look at the house field just now, we can see that there are 2 records that meet this criteria. When we run this query, our output is shown to be accurate. Update queries should make the relevant changes to entities, whether that be insert, update, or delete. Evidence of these results should show the query has been executed correctly. On completion of our testing, we will then evaluate our project. The completed database must meet the requirements specified at the start of the project. The database will be declared fit for purpose when all the outputs, including the reports, have been verified to contain results that are expected relevant and accurate. That brings us to the end of today's lesson on database design and development. In today's lesson, we learned about testing and evaluation. We hope you learned lots about these topics. Thank you for joining us on our faculty YouTube channel, Greif High Business and Computing Science. Please tell your friends about us and don't forget to subscribe.